Is this on? Am I live? Really? Am I on? Well, welcome back. It's Terry, and I am in what once was my studio, and I just wanted to do a bit of a follow up on my perceived drama. And, I am very sad to say this plant came from my orchid hunter. His name will not need to be disclosed. Yesterday, you see that? That whole thing is gonna just flop over. But the browning has grown, has extended. As I said, the crown of the plant is very unsteady. It's already lost the kikis, and I predict that it is a goner. No orchid can survive 3 days of lows in the 20s and highs in the 50s. Same as I gotta sit down for this one because you all don't believe me. Now, this is for Denise Newman, especially. Now, you can look back and you see the browning has extended on the main plant. Unfortunately, that is a shadow, but even the new growth has a few more brown areas, and that really tells the tale, because it was not that pronounced yesterday. So, as I've said, cold damage rears its ugly head way after it comes inside. Now, these will be able to be saved. My peach bird, that these were brought in, and really, they just never made it here into the greenhouse for various reasons. Bugs, but my Veichi still survives. This is bloom size. And folks, I am, by hook or by crook, I'm planning on getting my butt up to Hauserman. Now, you see that? That's not good. So, let's get into the greenhouse and the cage. Now, to readdress the drama, I was sitting in there when the person in question was sneaking in there, supposedly checking to make sure. And as you see, if I'm sitting there and I don't see, so he more or less was tipping. He had he had opened up the greenhouse, and when I caught him, because I was like, what is taking him so long? Because he was just looking in to make sure that if they were all in, then he would have been back in less than 1 second. So after a couple minutes, I got up and I caught him sneaking in there. That was the drama. Just the lies. The lies. The lies. So I'm giving you guys a peek in here because I was frustrated here and there because I was more or less told that after I had given them permission to put things in and then I would call and check, I would get hollered at. So I kind of did some reverse psychology and said, well, okay, if you think you know what and how to grow orchids better than me, then welcome to your new orchid collection. Have at it. Sayonara, arrivederci, ciao. And I can see already, this is cold. This is because the heater isn't on. And as I was saying, I have dismissed myself. This is really the first time that I've come up in here. There's a Chisis that is suffering, needs water. But to be honest, I have not. But I've given him permission to just have at it, since you know best. And so, as stupid as that is, I am back out here now. And for the most part, they look okay, but there is scale abundant around here. That is pretty much the issue that I have, is that there was no knowledge or insight on why they were separated in the first place. So it was a bug issue. You don't put your infected plants or diseased or infested with plants that aren't. They will have that infection as well, or the bugs. Scale jumps. Viruses spread. Now this is my big gym looking horrid. Horrid. Something happened, but it's looking horrid. It definitely looked a lot better when I left. Or the last time I was here, I never left. Oh, terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But when you give over the control, you have to accept what happens as the result. So for the most part, they're okay. I see bugs somewhere all around, and this is falling down, but they still are alive. See, this is not, because the air, that fan, that is not blocking a darn thing. And I can feel it, and it's going right on this plant. I can feel it on my head right now. So, I am gonna move this, but that's my fault, as I said, when you leave the village idiot in charge, things are always effed up. Okay, so let me look here. This is my Epidendrum parkinsoniana, my huge specimen that really looks like it has been beat up. I mean, look at these growths. Honestly, I should be seeing the beginnings of inflorescence, because these bloom. Really, no, I'm sorry, they bloom not until late winter, spring. I'm jumping ahead of myself. So, this is what's happening in the greenhouse. Heaters are going on. Humidifiers seem to be empty, but I will take care of that after I turn this off. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. Here are some trichocentrums. And let's look at this trichocentrum over here that I might have to move since it is close to the heater. But I am really proud of this one, and I'm expecting lots from this. This is my Trichocentrum splendidum, and that is a nice growth that has matured, and it has previously bloomed. So I hope to be seeing a bloom spike starting. And here's my Lanceanum, Trichocentrum Lanceanum, and then here's my Nanum. These get a bit drier, but never completely dry. They want to be watered as they approach dryness. So I am going to give my orchid some water. Here's another maturing plant that needs to be moved. Just matured this growth. And there's another one over here, that baby. This is Floribunda times Encyclia cordillera. And it has bloomed before, and that is a very nice growth. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this down here because Encyclias want it a bit cooler and drier. So I'll put a hot hanger similar to this and hang it up high and a bit dry. Encyclias love dry in the winter. And here is another Encyclia. So that's all I was going to show. I am moving on. Here's my cordillera. Let's move this and this Encyclia down here with the others. And let me just hang them here. Okay. Here's my cordillera, which is from Mexico. Very fragrant. Likes it dry. Has been maturing its growths. And then this one that I bought down, which has been recovering, and look, but it's still in there. This is a Phoenicia variety Cayman. And that's the latest growth. So, I'm not sure where that was, but it's there now. All right. You know what? Let me see if I can find my other. Here we are. Real quick. That's my Boothiana. There is a growth that looks like it blasted, and then there's another one. Below here this is Adenocala. And it's got those two new growths. And then here is my Hamburii. Probably needs more light, but it has a few growths that it matured over the growth season. And I have another couple, but they're a bit hard to get to. They're over on that side, so I'm not gonna fool with them too much today, unless I see them here, but I don't. So I'm gonna turn this thing off. Here's my Hercoglossum, Dendrobium Hercoglossum, doing well. Still giving me growths. Yeah, I have no idea where those plants that I was looking for. Those Encyclias species. I think there's a couple more that I have mounted, although I might have lost one. And this is doing really well. Encyclia Rio Clarens times Rufa. I need to get me another Rufa. But anyhow, folks, I am getting out of here. And this is my dead Cimbadella that I was told was not dead. Poo-poo on you, Mr. Expert. But that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching, and enjoy your orchids.